Good morning, student. Yesterday, we have completed first, second, and third question of the poem When I Heard the Learned Astronomer. Today, we shall write the remaining question answer of the chapter. So, the fourth question is what scientific tools and methods does the astronomer use? The answer is the astronomer used mathematical proofs, figures, charts, diagrams, along with measurement to authenticate his point in the lecture. Authentic means to prove true. Then, next question is, I think that you understand it. It means that astronomer used mathematical proofs, figures, charts, diagram, and other measurement to prove that his speech is true, that what he knows about the planet stars is true. The next question is, in the second half of the poem, where is the poet? Students, as you know, in the first half of the poem, the poet is in the lecture room listening the lecture given by a astronomer. But here the question is that in the second half of the poem, where is the poet? So the answer is in the second half of the poem, the poet is outside the lecture room under the wide open sky. Students, as you know that in the very first half of the poem, the poet is sitting there along with many other people, audience, for listen the astronomer speech. But he felt bored there, he felt sick and tired, so he smoothly moved from the lecture room and come out in the open area and looks the beauty of nature. So I think that you understand that in the second half of the poem, the poet is outside the lecture room under the wide open sky. Then next question, in the second half of the poem, who is the poet with and what is he doing? As in question that in the first half of the poem, where is the poet and with whom the poet? Here it is asked that in the second half of the poem, where is the poet and with whom he? The answer is in the second half of the poem, the poet is under the wide open sky, enjoying the nature, admiring its beauty, and being one with it. He goes outside and sees the nature for himself. As I told you that in the second half, the poet is tired, so he is bored. He did not find any interest in the speech of the astronomer. He want to enjoy the beauty of the stars outside of the lecture room in the presence of nature. So he moves from there and he come in the open area and he enjoying the beauty of nature, admiring its beauty and he is alone with the sky and he goes outside to see the nature. Clear, students? Then the question is, when words and images in the first half of the poem are a contrast to the perfect silence in the final line. The answer is phrases like lectured with much applause, become tired and sick, rising and gliding, show the restlessness in contrast to the one that followed in the second half. First, I want to explain that what is the question. The question is, what words and images in the first half of the poem are a contrast to the perfect silence in the final line. When the poet is outside from the lecture room, when he came in the open area and see the beauty of the nature, he saw the sky, the stars, then there is perfect silence. So he is enjoying it. And the words, the phrases like lectured with much applause, it means when he is sitting in the lecture room, there are many audience and they were taking interest in the lecture and they are clapping for that. So there is a noise. Became tired and sick, rising and gliding. With the noise, he became tired and sick, so he woke up from there and softly move from that area and come to the outside. These lines, become tired and sick, rising and gliding, it shows that he is feeling restlessness there. So, the contrast of these words, final, perfect silence, is contrast of these phrases. I think that you understand it quite well. So, student, this is the question answer of the chapter when I heard the learned astronomer. Okay, student, you write it neatly and learn it. Thank you.